Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a 1 versus 1 between Bomber as the Terran in the bottom left and Keen as the Terran in the top right. So Terran versus Terran, this is a best of 1 from the World Championship Series, the WCS from Korea. So these are both Koreans and we are going to see what they can bring to the table. Of course, Terran versus Terran tends to take quite a long time, so sit back, chillax a little bit, and let me walk you through this. Now, there's probably not a whole lot going to happen in the early game. I mean, we do need supply depots, we need barracks, maybe a fast expansion. This is a 4-player map. I'm not actually sure if they are going to know that they spawned cross position, so whether that is a forced cross position. But I suppose it isn't, because normally in Korea they don't really care about that kind of thing. So anyhow, yeah, we do have the standard thing coming out here, the barracks going down. Of course, well, still producing as many of these SCVs as he possibly can. Yeah, just doing their thing. It seems, however, that we have one player going for the refinery and barracks and one player going for a fast expand here. Yeah, there you go. The fast expand will go out, and the only risk you take here is if your opponent goes for an all-in with 2 barracks close to your base. So if he builds 2 barracks over here, and yeah, he just rushes in with either Marines or just Marines. I mean, you can't go Reaper then. That would be crazy. This guy is going for Reapers, however. Yep, there you go. That is why he went for the early refinery. Of course, early refinery can point to 2 things. Either Reapers, which we see here, as Reapers cost a little bit of gas, 50, which is not too much, but yeah, well, you can also go for that early factory. So if you want to go straight from barracks into factory, that can also be done, but it takes a little more. It takes a little more gas, so normally we see 2 refineries then. And of course, we didn't see that, so yeah, my conclusion was exactly that. As you can see, we are building the command center, we built our barracks, and we are now going to go for either a new barracks or the factories. I'm assuming factories, because the Korean trend is to go for those mechanical units. Especially the Hellbats are very big favorites. Hellbats, of course, very good against the SCVs and the SCV lines, and well, they really don't have that many weak points. They can be healed by medevacts, which is great. Just that, yeah, they take additional. Sorry, no, I don't know that. They actually don't have any severe enemies. So in Terran versus Terran. So that is why we normally see that. Factory is coming out, and we have our first Reaper out. The Reaper should be dealt with, however, with those Marines. Yeah, we already saw the Reaper out, and it's going to take a little bit too much damage. Yeah, the Reaper is going to try to get the combat drugs going though. He did not have any kills yet, and now he's going to die. Nice micro, 1 Marine over here, 1 Marine over here. And of course, both of them are going to run to the entrance of the base once again. I'm going to go into this bunker. Very nicely played, really nothing wrong with that. And we are going to go factory with reactor now, and let's see what he's producing. He's producing Hellions for now. You can of course go for the Hellion into Hellbat transformation, but nobody really goes for that. So I don't know if they're going to change that in like the next expansion, that they either make it cheaper or they make it free, because I think if it's free it's a little bit too much of a good thing, because well, you need an armory for this guy but not for this guy. So maybe once you have an armory you can actually switch from one to the other. But that would be a little bit too strong then, I guess, because you can build a whole lot of these guys and then in the early game, and then build your army later and transform all of them into the Hellbats, which are, well, less mobile but better at well, taking things down. Already have a starport out. The reactor was a little bit late, but he is going to land his starport, well, the moment this completes. And as you can see, nice buildings here, nice building placement around the edges, just to make sure that he can spot the scout that is coming in, or the drop that is coming in. And we are going to see, hang on, five Hellions that are going to come in. So it's Hellions versus Hellions and a few Marines, and we are going to see a drop over here as well. Large amount of Marines over here. We are going to get all the way behind this. This is going to suck so hard for our red player. He's going to lose so many SCVs. And how's the drop going? The drop is coming in right now, so he probably saw this, but he doesn't have the APM to actually steer these guys into this. And well, on the other side, everything gets taken out, but look at the damage that was done. Holy crap. So yeah, there is, however, a duo drop coming in here as well, and I'm sorry for jumping all over the map here, but that is the way it goes in Korean gaming. There is action all over the place because these guys don't just react to other players, they make things happen on their own. And holy crap, this is going to be good. Only, yeah, the Hellions seem to have a little bit longer range, and yeah, everything gets taken out. So let's see the final verdict, 4-24 in the workers killed, and that is of course a huge deal. So unless he used way more units, which he really didn't. I mean, he's at 1700 resources lost, the blue player, and I believe, yeah, the blue player has the 24 workers killed. So excellent play, excellent play. He takes a big lead here, but well, our red player is not going to leave it with that, and he's going to try again. So we are going to, of course, try to gank this expansion, try to take it out, but let's see if he can actually make that work. Let's see if he can actually do something about this. I think that everything got scouted there, and we are still going to try to drop in. Of course, the drop is not necessarily good, but we are going to drop a few of these Hellbats, and the Hellbats should do very well against the SCVs. I'm trying to get everything in, well, in vision basically, but it is going to be quite hard to do that. And Vikings taking out the one Viking defending, which means that now the dropships the medevacs cannot be taken down, and of course that is going to suck balls. So he does have one missile turret over here, and the missile turret is holding off the drops at least. And are we going to be able to do something more, because the dropships or the drop units are still here. Hellbats, yeah, they are light units. That is what I thought, but so they take extra damage from all the light unit damagers. So themselves, well, their counterparts, I guess. But these guys also do extra damage versus light, which is kind of sucky because, well, you don't want to go up with light units versus light units normally if they take additional damage. And of course, the Marauders are a heavy damage unit, so they do extra versus armored. And these guys, they are not armored, so a little bit of a bad unit choice. Of course, with this many factory units, you do expect to see some tanks eventually. The scan comes in, and is he going to get a successful drop-off? We're going to have the resources lost tab on, because I do want to see whether that changes direction. So far it has been a reasonable drop. It's just that he has so many units that if he loses all of these but doesn't get enough worker kills, then that is going to suck balls, because that is going to kind of make his death sentence, yeah, well, instant. And wow, at least he got some there. Holy crap, that was a lot of damage. And we are going to kind of equal it up, I guess, because even though our blue player is probably still ahead in the SCVs killed, he does get quite a lot of resources now in his advantage. Resources lost way more for the blue player, and we will have to see. No, actually the red player took both of these things, also took the SCVs, so the most SCV kills, and this was just a huge drop right here. And well, yeah, nothing else to say about that. That was a huge drop, and we are going to, however, take down these last two Hellbats without too much trouble, I believe. Yeah, there you go. The range of the Hellbats is not that great, so you can take them out pretty easily with Marauders and Marines, who have way better range, basically. And Hellbats, yeah, they are not very fast, so yeah. It's also a reason why they're not used that much in the European scene and the North American scene, I guess. Because both of those, well, you barely ever see Hellbats there, but Hellbats so good if you drop them on top of the SCVs, because, well, they will take out the SCVs in no time flat. And of course that goes for a lot of the smaller, or the AoE units. But look at that, one hit on all of these and they all almost died. Unfortunately they didn't die entirely, which means that, yeah, wow, he did take a 1 in 2 lead here in the workers killed. So many units killed by this red player. And I guess, yeah, that is just about it. He is going to keep doing this until he actually wins. One Marine coming in. Let's see if the one Marine can take out, like, the entire base. No, it's going to take out one SCV only. But still, one SCV for one Marine. That's a decent trade. Especially since the SCV, of course, well, or the Marine should have died anyway, because it was just a scout. It doesn't really matter. We have 8 Hellbats coming in. I'm assuming they're all Hellbats. And yes, they are. They are all Hellbats. But we also have the Viking that is defending here. No Vikings with this guy. And the Vikings are defending against this drop, because the drops are, of course, the main weapon that is used here. And yeah, well, everything that has happened so far has been because of the drops. And this guy is just going to scout around, even though he is super, yeah, well, slow. He doesn't really care. He's just going to scout around, sees that there's nothing going on. And, well, we're going to kind of, well, whatever. So yeah, all in all, we're just chilling out in our base. There are the first tanks. The first tanks should do very well. Well, at the moment that siege tech is actually done. Why? The siege tech is already done? What? Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, yeah, so siege tech is already done, which means that we're going to be able to drop these tanks, well, close to the base, but not in the base, and that should be good. So let's see if we can actually see where the next drop is going to come. We do have some nice Widow Mines out now. Not a lot, but some. And they probably already did some damage on screen. Can't comment on everything, of course. Widow Mines are going to be great in the defense against these drops, because dropships will take, well, quite a bit of damage from them. Well, they only have 150 hit points, and Widow Mines do 125 damage. So if you get one shot on them and then have like a few Marines, then you already take out the dropships or the medevacs. And we are going to have plenty of defensive, well, anti-air, but is it going to be good enough to take out all of these ground troops? Because there's only a few Marines and Marauders to be defending here, but they are going to do very, very well. There is no drop coming in, and the drop is coming in over here now. The drop is going to do well, but not well enough, I have to fear. One medevac made it out, just the one. And of course, yeah, he's going with the Marauders because they don't take additional damage from the Hellbats. And yeah, they don't take out the air units either, so that's why the Vikings are in here. And obviously, yeah, this is going to be the counterattack now. So let's see if he can actually make something out of this. There is, well, really nothing going on here. Just air units, and wow, a Thor out to deal with all of those air units. Did not go in with the ground troops. He wanted to make sure that that his army was just safe. And why is this? Yeah, why was this unit still there? And holy crap, was that? Yeah, that was tank fire. Okay. So tank fire, of course, one of the strongest attacks in the game, because it does so much damage in an area of effect. So it damages multiple units, and we are going to attack this base now. Oh, so much damage on his own units though, with all of these stim packs, and he doesn't have medevacs. So yeah, the Hellbat's getting some free shots off and actually killing quite a lot. Let's see, the resources lost there, as you can see, quite a bit done. 49 versus 29 workers killed. And we are going to see the income. Well, both of them have an equal amount of harvesters. The red has a few more, but that should not make too much of a difference. That is not going to decide the game, basically. Especially because you have those orbital commands. And orbital commands, of course, have mules. And mules provide you with extra income. So even if you're a few harvesters behind, it doesn't really matter too much. It is all good. And he has an additional orbital command. I saw that earlier, and I was wondering why, but maybe because of that. So as you can see, we are taking out this this base, or attempting to take out this base. But yeah, we're going to have to get out of here. And the repair comes in. So unless you kill something entirely, yeah, there's really, you might as well not damage it at all. That is how Terran works. And look at that, all of these SCVs are going to go down. The red player now making his move. Bomber. He is going to make his move right now. He's going to take out this second base as well. And yeah, this base is not going to go down. As you can see, Planetary Fortress was built. And we do have a counterattack coming in, but this counterattack is not going to win it. There goes your base. Bye-bye. And worker-wise, yeah, he is really, really taking a lead here. This base goes down as well. The Thors, of course, there's no escaping the Thors. Just like there's no escaping the Marines or the Stalkers. Because you can't lift up your buildings against them. And that is, that's quite sucky. And yeah, we are going to pressure in. The red player really bigger army here, and yeah, he's just going to move in. He knows that his opponent cannot really produce enough against him anymore, and there is no mining going on for our blue player here, which yeah, he doesn't even have a base at this moment. Yeah, what are we going to do? Oh, he rebuilt his base, so this is a command center then. Yeah, that's not going to come up probably, but yeah, we'll have to see how that works. Oh my god, battle cruiser out. Okay, yeah, that was just silly. I think he built that just out of silliness. There was really nothing he could do at this point. Too many units, and he could have lifted off his buildings, of course, and hoped to win the air battle. Because if he put his buildings like over here, somewhere, and he won the air battle, it would have been a draw. But yeah, his opponent was still producing, so he could still still produce whatever he wanted, because he had free reign over the map, and yeah, there would have never been a draw. So basically, it would have just taken longer. But there was no way for him to come back. He had no mining going on, and there was a huge army in his base. So as I said, he could have saved his buildings for now, but not in the long run, because even though there's no anti-air there's no air units right now, doesn't mean he couldn't build them, as he has everything that he needs to build some Vikings, including an income, which would have been nice for the blue player as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.